Until you master yourself, you won't be able to master anything. You becoming a master of your own fate, of your own reality, of your own creation. That's the highest level of knowledge. You are no longer a slave. You are a master. You know how to give yourself instructions. You follow them. You stay disciplined to them. You have a regimen. You stick to it. It's not you being a robot. This is you being a master of your own destiny. And until you master yourself, your thoughts, your eating habits, your vices, your guilty pleasures, until you are able to master that, you can't master anything. You know what they say? It takes 10,000 hours to become a master at a craft. Yeah. And I say it takes a lifetime. It takes decades to master oneself, to master self. The things that it takes, the sacrifices that you have to put against all odds. You have to put everything that you thought you knew behind to master yourself. You were once a slave. You used to tell yourself, all right, I'm going to just take 30 minutes and I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to take 45 minutes, I'm going to take an hour, and I'm going to focus on this thing. Minute 10, you distracted. 20 minutes in, you distracted. You lost focus. It doesn't mean that much to you. Your grip is too slippery. You need to get some gloves. You need to be more aware of your grip loosening so you can grab the rope and get back where you left off. You see, I had a teacher when I was in high school. His name was John Charles. Okay, Mr. Charles. I'll never forget him. He was my math teacher as a junior and a senior. So he taught me trigonometry and college algebra, right? So in this class, it was more so, with his energy, it was more so a laughing, energetic class. A lot of people were sleeping because, not a lot of kids in high school like math. I love math, so I was in the front, very attentive. I never slept, not once. I had a great time, right? And we had a lot of talks about spirituality, religion, questions about life, me being a knack for knowledge, me being an intellectual. We used to always have these conversations back and forth. Mind you, the rest of the class is sleeping. So the last 30, 45 minutes of class, when he was done teaching, we would be, talking back and forth. If any of the students had any questions, comments, or concerns, he would answer them. But it would just be me and him and some other students in the class talking about life. And I remember one time, it was after class, the bell rang, and we were talking. I had lunch. And he said, Mr. Banks, don't ever stop questioning life. Because when you stop questioning life, you stop questioning yourself. And I was like, all right, I got you, Mr. Charles, all right. And I walked out that class, and I walked to lunch with a different walk. I think this day I had lunch by myself. And I said, yeah, I'm going to question God. I'm going to question religion. I'm going to question spirituality. I'm going to question why people operate the way that they do. Yeah. Now, I wasn't going to stop, but I'm glad that he told me in that moment, because he saw that how mad I was when it came to people. Like, how could they be so stupid? Like, how is common sense not that common to everybody? And I would address my frustrations to him, and he would just laugh and he would smirk. His demeanor is very similar to Samuel L. Jackson. His cadence, the way he would talk, the way that he would, ponder and think, and yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, Mr. Charles, right? And that comment before lunch on a random Wednesday is exactly what I needed to continue on my journey. And I'll never forget Mr. Charles, because when I was a senior, we had a senior field day, right? Where the rest of the school has class and the seniors, this towards like April, May, the first week of May type, about to graduate. So we go to a park, we bring our lunch, we get pizza, we play games, icebreakers, the whole night. It was a great time, right? We eating snowballs, crawfish, the whole nine. And every student had a teacher who wrote to them a personal message. And guess who I had? And this was randomized. This was not handpicked like, this teacher, this guidance counselor was going to get these 5 students. No. Who did I get? Mr. Charles. And he wrote me a letter, and we read it on our break time, right? And I opened it up. I said, okay, I got Mr. Charles. Nice. Dear Mr. Banks, I still have the note to this day. He said to me in the note, he said, Dear Mr. Banks, I will never forget our talks. I will never forget your energy, and I will never forget the way in which you pushed me to become more of a knack for knowledge. So the way that you push me, I'm pushing you. Don't stop asking questions. Don't ever stop asking questions about spirituality. Don't ever stop asking questions about God, about religion, because your answers will shortly be there. Your questions will be answered, and they will be right in front of you. Love, Mr. Charles. And that really did something to me as 17, 18 years young man, That's what I needed. I needed that. I needed that boost. I needed that. We all need that. I'm sure you've had somebody at Target, at Walmart, at your school, your guidance counselor, one of your favorite teachers, your homeboy, somebody in school or at your job who passed away, who had an incident happen to them, or in your family. It's so many different levels that have woke you up. So this video is a knock on your heart to master yourself. Do not remain a slave to your past thoughts. Do not remain a slave to your past conditions. If I'm running on a treadmill and in my mind, this is what's going to help me lose body fat the quickest, guess what? I'm doing just that until I start opening books and researching that the faster ways of burning cardio is your diet, your rest, and not going on going on the treadmill for 30 minutes every workout session, and you work out 3-4 times a week. High interval training with little to no breaks. Doing HIIT exercises and HIIT workouts, that's what's going to burn all of that body fat. Yeah, that's what's going to burn it. Big time. So what you once knew and what you once thought that was the best way, the most productive, effective way to do something, it doesn't work anymore because you know better. You know more. So when you start asking questions to test yourself, to master yourself, guess what? You can create a whole new blueprint. You're going to take down all the posters, all the notes that you had, and you're going to implement new knowledge, new notes, because you know better. All these books you see back here, I know better. I think better. I think clearly. My clarity of life is smoother because I'm reading books on habit training and skills training, social skills, spatial skills, energetic skills. I'm learning all of these things. And I'm putting these habits to use. I'm putting them to practice. So there is no question on if I have grown. There is no question if you are going to see the same JB you got last year. No way. No way. I don't even recognize who I was last year. How could you? I'm a new man. I'm the same man, but I'm a new man. And that's the blueprint. Until you master yourself, you can't master anything at all. You won't. This is why emotional intelligence for men is not talked about as widespread as it is for women. This is why social intelligence is not talked about widespread as it is for women. They know what to do when it comes to social settings. They know what to do. They know not to be walking by themselves. They know at a party always to watch they drink. To go to the bathroom with at least 2 or more other girls. Girls know how to have certain lookouts. And I mean like lookout partners. Like those 2 are over there and she in the middle. And they spying on her to see if that dude over there was really creepy or, you know. Now, yes, the rules that apply, not all, some of the rules that apply for women won't and can't apply for men as they should, right? They shouldn't apply. But our awareness has to grow. Where are you? What setting are you in mentally? A hurricane, tornado, a beach, a spa? You at the spa? Like, what is the temperament of your environment? You got to gauge that. You got to feel that out. And this is how you master yourself. You give yourself rules. You give yourself deadlines. You fulfill it. You see it through. No questions asked. You put your head down and you go. Yep, there's going to be people honking. It's going to be birds chirping, cars coming, bikes coming, buses coming, trains. My head is down and I'm focused. I know where I'm going. I'm looking at my Apple Watch. I know where I'm going because I have the plan. I told myself where I'm going before I left the house. I told myself I'm running 5 miles. So I got it mapped out. You're never going to go to a marathon or a race and you're not going to know the map. You're not going to know the blueprint. Trust me. The people who orchestrated this marathon, whether you're biking, walking, jogging, sprinting, you could be driving for all they can give a. They know the blueprint. They have the map. They know precisely how many miles there you have to go to turn back. That's going to be 5 miles, 10 miles. They walked, jogged, or rode the marathon already. They already projected it before you got there as a runner. So there's no mistake as to why people are where they're at with your thoughts, with your subliminal messaging, with your own agenda, with your own blueprint. Most don't have any. Most don't know what step to take first on how to make one. A lot of people say, well, just be yourself. Well, stop. What if I don't know myself? I don't know myself, which is fine. Everybody can't just wake up and know themselves. So I'm going to be myself. Nah. Most people get who they are from other people. So that's faulty in itself, right? But once we grow, once we elevate and we become masters of our reality, subconscious mind, conscious mind, we make those two have a great, beautiful conversation. It's a great, beautiful conversation between both of those people. How long will it take you to connect those people? Because I got two friends who will never speak to each other. But will they talk because of how much they love me, how much they care for me, how great of a friend I am to them? Can I get them to connect? I think the answer is yes. I'm not going to force it. But I'm no quitter. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to see it through until I can't. Yeah. Y'all's no is bad. My no is next opportunity. Let's get it. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? Until you master yourself, you can't master anything in this life. Make sure y'all take care of yourself. You are the number one priority in this life. Stay focused, stay determined, just be simple. I'm going to holler at you on the next video. It's JB, and I'm out.